gonna check up here. Game of Thrones. You have how many pages? You got 800 pages. This is a lot of I am interested though. Considering reading it. I've seen all the episodes and the book is always better, so I might as well. It's like more in depth than the show, I guess. So, but 800 pages, holy moly. Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel and happy December. We made it, y'all. We made it into another lovely month. I know December is going to be amazing because I have a lot of things to look forward to. I have a whole new year to look forward to. Actually, we have a lot to look forward to. So let's make it the best new year that is to come. Okay? Next year is going to be awesome, guys. I just feel it in my bones. If you have subscribed, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much. I love you. Today I'm gonna do a little TBR, my December TBR. I won't say it's a lot of books. I could do it. Some of them are Christmassy, like holiday themed. Some of them, they don't have anything to do with Christmas. They are just set in a wintry atmosphere. So there's snow, it's cold, just the mood is very cold. The first book on my TBR is called A Classic Christmas. And this is a collection of timeless stories and poems by Louisa May Alcott, Charles Dickens, Hans Christian Andersen, Harriet Beecher Stowe, Clement Clark Moore, Christina Rossetti, and Paul Laurence Dunbar, and more. So there's poems and stories all in this little book. So you have stories like A Christmas Carol, Tilly's Christmas by Louisa May Alcott. I've seen The Christmas Carol countless times, like different versions, different years, but I've never read the story. So I'm looking forward to reading the story and many other stories and poems from these different authors of Christmas and things like that. There are vintage poems and stories that celebrate the timeless truths of the holiday season. So this cheerful collectible treasury reminds us that simple gifts of the heart and memories made with loved ones truly are the most meaningful of all. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I know this is going to put me in the holiday spirit, the Christmas spirit. The next book on my TBR is called Murder in the First Edition, and it takes place in the seaside of New England. The protagonist of the story, Addie, is getting into spirit for the upcoming charity auction. She has an 1843 copy of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol to donate, but her mood darkens when a visitor of the past appears, Jonathan Hemingway. He's the father of her late fiancé, and he runs off for a lunchtime liaison with the person in charge of the auction, the charity auction, Teresa. And when Addie heads off to the office at the hospital, she finds that the woman, Teresa, is dead. And the book that she was going to donate, the first edition, the valuable first edition, is missing. So we have a dead body and a valuable first edition book missing, and Addie has to find out who is the one responsible for this. So that is Murder in the First Edition by Lauren Elliott. My next book on my TBR is called Winter House by Ben Gutterson. The front cover is so cute. This book is about an orphan named Elizabeth Summers, and her malevolent Aunt Purdy and Uncle Burlap ship her off to the ominous Winter House Hotel, owned by the peculiar Norbridge Falls. Upon arrival, Elizabeth quickly discovers that Winter House has many charms, most notably its massive library. It's not long before she locates a magical book of puzzles that will unlock a mystery involving Norbridge and his sinister family. But as she uncovers the hotel's secrets, Elizabeth starts to realize that she is deeply connected to Winter House, as dangerous as that may prove to be. So this book has a lot of puzzles, secrets, and adventure, and it's all behind the mysterious walls of Winter House. I am looking forward to this. It's a lavish hotel, there's family secrets, and it's all set in the wintertime. And there's a sequel to this book called The Secrets of Winter House. So if I enjoy this one, I'm going to pick up the sequel. So that's The Winter House. My next book on my TBR is called 'Tis the Season for Revenge by Morgan Elizabeth. This book is about a woman named Abby Keller and I believe her fiance, Richard Bartholomew. Abby finally got engaged to him after dating him for 4 years. She had to change a lot about herself. The way she dressed more conservatively. She dyed her hair. She tried to fit into a mold to better suit him. And she even took up golf. But she did all of that because she thought it would be worth it. And then come to find out, he left her crying outside her apartment wearing a Halloween costume. He broke it off with her because he thought she was just not serious enough. She's just fun, you know, and that he needs to focus on his work at the law firm. So Abby does what every girl, according to this book, does when she's broken up with someone. She dyes her hair, she calls her friends, and she formulates a plan for revenge. So her plan for revenge is to prove to her ex that he made a big mistake. So she starts dating his boss. She dates him with one thing in mind, which is to convince him to invite her to the annual Christmas party as his date. So when she realized that the tough New York lawyer has a soft side, will she continue with her plan of deceit? So I am highly looking forward to reading this book. It sounds like it's just full of drama. It's just so petty. It's so petty, and I'm highly looking forward. I'm highly looking forward to reading this. Abby woke up and chose vengeance. So yeah, this is going to be a fun read. My next book on my December TBR is not a cozy book, but I do like reading other books that are different. Like I love reading horror and paranormal, thrillers, suspense, gritty, edgy books. And I believe this is one of them. This book is called Moon of the Crusted Snow by Mr. Wobschik. I am so sorry. By Wobschik Rice. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. If I'm not, I'm so sorry. Mr. Rice. With winter looming, a small northern Anishinaabe community goes dark, cut off from power and communication with no foreseeable resolution. Only very few residents truly realize this community's shortfalls. When unexpected visitors arrive, escaping the crumbling society to the south, tensions rise and allegiances are divided. The harsh winter months pass slowly, and the food supply dwindles as the death toll and panic rise. But the greatest threat to the survival of the reserve might come from within the community itself. So as one society collapses, another is reborn. I am looking forward to reading this book. It says that it's chilling in the best way possible. We shall see. My next book on my December TBR is Mirror Lake by Juno Black. By the looks of it, it looks like it's set in the autumn time. And I believe autumn ends on December 21st. This is the third book in the Shady Hollow mysteries. The first book is Shady Hollow, and the second book is Cold Clay. There's an election coming up in Shady Hollow, and an eccentric resident named Dorothy Springfield becomes convinced that her beloved husband Edward is dead and that the rat claiming to be him is actually a fraud. While most of the townsfolk dismiss Dorothy's rants as nothing more than a delusion, Vera has her doubts. And Vera is the protagonist, the main character of the book. Vera is a fox. More than a few things aren't adding up in the Springfield household, but Vera will have to tread carefully with Orville. Orville is the bear. He's the deputy and Vera's beau. Vera will have to tread carefully with Orville's attention on the election. She may be more exposed than ever. I am loving the Shady Hollow mysteries. It's very cozy and I love the cast of animals. So yeah. The next book on my TBR is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is the Mina Lima version. Mina Lima books are pop-up inside, and I think it's very cool. I like reading interactive books. Some of the books I have are interactive. I have other versions of the Harry Potter books, but this one I'm looking forward to because it's the Mina Lima version. I'm actually a few pages in. I have not read any of the Harry Potter books, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading them this coming year. So if you're like me and you have not read a Harry Potter book, welcome to the club. I've seen some of the movies, but I haven't seen them all. I've seen bits and pieces. So I'm happy to get into it this year. Well, I'm happy to get into it this month and the upcoming year. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Till now, there is no magic for Harry Potter. He lives with the miserable Dursleys at number 4 Privet Drive. His room is the cupboard under the stairs, and he hasn't had a birthday party in 11 years. But then a mysterious letter arrives by Owl Messenger, a letter with an invitation to an incredible place called Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And there he finds not only friends, flying sports on broomsticks, and magic in everything from classes to meals, but a great destiny that's been waiting for him if Harry can survive the encounter. So I'm looking forward to reading this book. The next book on my TBR is called The Book Club Hotel by Sarah Morgan. Look at the cover. It's so pretty. I love the color and I love the cover. Nestled in rural Vermont's snowy landscape is Maple Sugar Inn, the boutique hotel Hattie Coleman and her husband Brent lovingly restored. But when Brent died a month after the opening, it was left to Hattie to carry on alone. As the holidays approach, the inn is fully booked with guests looking for their dream vacation. But widowed, far too young, and exhausted from juggling the hotel while being a dedicated single mom, Hattie dreams only of making it through the festive season. When Hattie's lifelong friends, who seem to have it all, check in for a girlfriend's book club holiday, it changes everything. Their close friendship and shared love of books have carried them through life's ups and downs. But Hattie can see they're also packing some major emotional baggage, and nothing prepares her for how deeply her own story is about to become entwined in theirs. In the span of a week, over the most enchanting time of the year, can these four women come together to improve each other's lives and make this the start of a whole new chapter? This book sounds cozy and cute, so I think I'm going to give it a read this December. The next book on my TBR is The Golden Compass. The book is written by Philip Pullman. Lyra is content to run wild among the scholars of Jordan College, with her demon familiar, Pantalaimon, always by her side. When her uncle Lord Asriel returns from the far north with tales of mystery and danger, it seems to have little to do with her, even the rumor of the severed child. But his visit sets off a chain of events that draws Lyra into the heart of a terrible struggle. A struggle that involves scientists performing hideous experiments on children, alliances with Egyptians and witch clans, battles with trained mercenaries and armored bears. And through it all, there draws in Lyra a sense that her success or failure may mean even more than simply life or death. So that is The Golden Compass. I've seen the movie, but it was a long time ago. So usually the book is more detailed than the movie. So I'm looking forward to reading this. The Golden Compass. The next book on my TBR is called A Game of Thrones. It is written by George R.R. Martin. This is a fantasy, and it is set, I believe, in winter, mostly in winter, I think. I have seen all of the episodes on HBO. I loved it, and I'm finally going to read the book. Don't remember how many books there are. This book has, oh dear, 800, I believe 800 or 700 pages. It has 800 pages. I might save this for last. I think I might save this book for last because the other books that I have in my TBR are around 300 or 200 pages. If I don't get through the books in my December TBR, this might stretch into January. I am looking forward to reading this because I love the TV show a lot. If you don't know what the Game of Thrones is, it's in a land where summers can last decades and winters a lifetime, and trouble is brewing. The cold is returning, and in the frozen wastes to the north of Winterfell, sinister and supernatural forces are massing beyond the kingdom's protective wall. At the center of the conflict lie the Starks of Winterfell, a family as harsh and unyielding as the land they were born to. Sweeping from a land of brutal cold to a distant summertime kingdom of Epicurean plenty, here is a tale of lords and ladies, soldiers and sorcerers, assassins and bastards, who come together in a time of grim omens. Amid plots and counterplots, tragedy and betrayal, victory and terror, the fate of the Starks, their allies, and their enemies hangs perilously in the balance, as each endeavors to win that deadliest of conflicts, the Game of Thrones. There are chapters for Arya, Daenerys, Eddard. This is going to be drama-filled. And I'm looking forward to reading it. So again, if I don't finish this in December, I think I might just push it to January. I know this is going to be way more, I can just feel it. I know this is going to be way more detailed than the TV shows, the series. I've been deciding on doing Vlogmas, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll think about it. I mean, we're already in December, so does this count as a vlog? This doesn't count as a vlog, does it? Anyway, that's my December TBR. If you made it through this way in the video, thank you so much for hearing me geek out about the books that I'm going to be reading. I love reading. I have a few more bookshelves, but here is better light. So, because it's right next to my window. What are your plans for December? What are some of the books that you want to read this December? Are they spooky books? Are they atmospheric books? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. I don't have a Patreon, but I do have a Ko-fi. So if you're considering supporting me, please head over there. I write blog posts. I share pictures of my life that I don't share on Instagram. So they're very personal. Things that I don't really post on YouTube or Instagram, I post on my Ko-fi page. So it's I'm trying to make it as cozy and inviting and welcoming as possible. So thank you for spending this time with me going over these books. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and I hope you have a lovely day or evening or night wherever you are. Bye, my friend.